Hey Sandro, it's Deborah. Just responding to your question live here because I promised that I would. I know that we had a chat through Messenger anyway, so I'll just share quickly because I do feel that your question is something that a lot of people would benefit from as well. So you were asking about if I was sensing any changes coming up around career for you, jobs-wise, and personally for relationships. And interestingly, the funny thing about this, which I didn't mention to you on Messenger, is that the two they kind of go hand in hand because job and loving relationships are linked to our divine masculine, divine feminine balance. And it's really all relationships. Because even when we have jobs and careers, we're earning money, we're in some form of relationship with the company or entity that we work for, the project, the business, the job role that we have, the amount of money that we're earning for the light we're exchanging in that job. And you mentioned that you're working in the department or industry of human resources, which is a really, really amazing, it's such a transformational area. So I really wanted to encourage you to a couple of steps, and this is for anyone who would like to make a shift in their career and their financial vibration, and equally attract an amazing, perfect, loving partner. Really what you need to do is you need to start working on the energy of where you're at right now, so that on an energetic level, and therefore every other level, because remember, everything we see on earth plane has its roots in the energy world. So if we really want to change what's happening in our reality around us, what we really need to do is step outside of time and get to the root cause in the energy world, shift the energy around what's happening, and then through the different layers, things will start to shift and manifest. And in my experience, this is the fastest way to manifest change in your life and to create transformation or co-create transformation with the universe. So what you do, the simplest way to do it, is you look to find ways that you can actually outgrow your current circumstance. So that means on an energetic level, like a lot of us, especially in jobs, a lot of us will try to do the bare minimum for the most amount of money. So that means oftentimes in work, I can't remember what the statistics are, but I think the workforce in employment, they've proven that the actual level of productivity is below 50%. I might be wrong on that, but I saw a while ago a video on it, and it said some pretty huge statistics about people who, the mentality and the consciousness around employment. And this isn't people purposely slacking or not doing their jobs. This is just generally the collective consciousness around being employed. So it means, people are engaging in social interactions and doing different things which could help or hinder productivity. So what you really want to do is you want to make sure that your productivity is like maximum and optimized. And even if it is, there could be some things, like say for example you're the type of person who goes to work and you just work and you try to avoid social situations because that interrupts your productivity. For you, it could mean going the opposite way. And because maybe the social interactions in your environment, in the space and place where you're working, especially if it revolves around people, if you're working in HR or customer service or whatever it is that you do, then those interactions and interpersonal relationships could be the key. And the other aspect of this as well, on an energetic standpoint, is that in my opinion, in my research that I've done, wherever we get placed, in a job, in a land space, around certain groups of people, and this goes for any period of time. So it can go for a plane flight from Melbourne to London, or it can go for the place where we work on a daily basis, or a one-time event like, I don't know, going to the Australian Open and watching the tennis. The people and situations that we manifest around us, we've all called each other there into that space. So one of the ways you can outgrow where you are is you can start to ask intuitively for guidance about what it is you need to complete in that space, that once you complete it, you can move on. So I did this once many moons ago, when I was in a retail job that I really wanted to leave, but for one reason or another I couldn't seem to find my way, or to seem to, at that time I couldn't seem to find my next right move. So I started asking this question, and what I found was that there was one particular employee in that space who I needed to connect with and have a certain type of conversation with, which were transformative for them, revealing for me, and amazing research for me as well. And then once we had completed that series of conversations over, I think it was a month period or 6 weeks, then I was free. At that point, new opportunities started showing up. I could apply and get accepted for new interviews, secure a new job and move on. So, and that was as a result of I think several weeks at the time, it was a long time ago, of asking for this guidance. What is it that I need to complete in this space that once I do it, we can shift and change and grow, and I can grow out or outgrow this particular job role. So that's one of the things you can do. In terms of loving relationship, like I said to you in the message, have you started going on dates? That's the best way to get in alignment with a shift that you want to make in your life, is to open up the portals so that the universe can work its way through. Miracles and magic can show up in your life. You have to open up, it's up to us, we have to open up the access points for the universe to work its way into our space. So one of the ways to do that is through dates. Some people prefer not to do dating. Some people just prefer to have conversations. Just having conversations with different people that you might not have spoken to previously, or taking up new interests and hobbies as well. So for example, if you tend to be a tennis player or a footy player, and you really haven't been swimming for a long time, or you have never been to a dance class, that kind of thing is really great as well, because it just breathes new life into the corners of your life. It opens up different sides of you, and it encourages the soul to open up in different ways too. And that filters through into the heart, the mind, and the physical body. So all the channels become purified, everything becomes easier. And like I said to you as well in the message, really connecting with the idea that whoever that person is, and you can do all of those law of attraction things, like writing down your list of deal breakers and your list of what type of person that person would be. That's all great work to do. But really, in your mind's eye, really connecting with the idea that that person already exists right now. They're already walking this planet Earth. They're already waking up in the morning, having breakfast, getting dressed, going to work. Maybe they're feeding their cat, if it's someone you envisage having a cat. Whatever that type of person might be doing in their life, really connecting into that. And the more detailed you can make that, the better. Maybe you'd like to meet with someone who enjoys travel and adventures, or photography, or something that you're interested in, that you have a mutual interest, or something that they might bring which you don't know much about, so they'll help open up that side for you. So to start, it's kind of like a creative project. So you start sort of playing with the energy, playing with the ideas, really connecting into it, and maybe even communicating with their higher self, communicating with them energetically. Maybe you want to even write them a letter on a regular basis and open that dialogue, because what it means when you actually physically meet that person, the conversation will feel different. It will feel easier on an energetic standpoint for both of you, because you will have already been communicating with that person. So I hope this is helpful. I'd really love to hear if you do take up any of these processes and tools and tips, how you find them. And like I said before, the more you do these things, the more effective they'll be. They're really, really powerful tools. If you do them once, you'll notice a shift. If you do them every day, you'll notice a much greater difference in the amount of shift you experience. So yeah, I'd love to hear some feedback on it. And yeah, I'm sending you lots of light for your future success in your career and your new loving relationship that you're going to manifest. So I will speak to you very soon. Ciao for now.